I have the last few weeks, several weeks, clients telling me, Danny, you're healing. Danny, you have helped me so much. You changed my entire life. Where was I? What was I doing my whole life?
I'm here today with Danny. He's the owner of Oksejen. You're actually the co-founder, right?
Co-founder is my wife.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So my wife Jennifer and I are the creators and the founders of Oksejen.
When did you start Oksejen?
A year ago,
Okay, so pretty recently.
to be exact.
And for those who are watching and don't know, Oksejen is more than just personal training, because you are a personal trainer. But the brand Oksejen means a lot, so can you summarize what that is?
I would say Oksejen is a sacred place where we realign, we refocus, we replenish. It's a space to connect with others who are like-minded, who are after the same thing. Those that I service are after self-discovery, mental health and wellness, longevity, peace, and peak performance. Everyone wants to look good because if you look good, you feel good, you have the energy to do good. How do you obtain a physical? How do you obtain peak performance? Well, that has to do with your mental and your emotional health. Because if you're in love with your life, then you're going to give yourself exactly that.
So a lot of people, if they see maybe an Instagram video or watching somebody train with dumbbells or with kettlebells, but it goes a lot further than that. So what percentage do you think is physical training versus the other components of your business?
I've never thought of percentages. I'll be very transparent. But one cannot live without the other. That's Taoism. That's the polarity of life. I need to make sure that my clients, before they leave replenished, re-energized, refocused, aligned. That's my goal. How do I do that? We talk again. We train, we meditate, we remain still. We set an intention for the remainder of our day. That is all within 60 minutes. Let's just say Tyler wanted to be a part of Oksejen. So I would ask Tyler, what brought you to Oksejen first? What did you feel? What attracted you? Maybe it was his energy, which energy for life and energy is everything. And that's where I begin.
Okay. Is it this space physically? Because I know you do training online. Or is it the vibration that surrounds the Oksejen, maybe wavelength?
I love this question, Tyler. I actually really do love this question because it's the same question that I have been trying to answer for the past 2 weeks with my agency. I do not want Oksejen to be a place. See, without oxygen, without the breath of life, nothing exists. It's a tool. So if you know how to breathe, then you know how to create space within.
So it's hard to define it as just a space because it's what we are, it's what gives us life. And you spell it differently too.
One of your questions, right?
Yeah.
Why did I spell it and name it Oksejen? I have found myself consciously years ago focusing more on meditating, breathing, consciously breathing, remaining still. And the only thing that brought me stillness, peace, love is my breath.
Yeah.
Honest.
Yeah.
I've noticed that I can't reach peak performance or have longevity or increase my lifespan or enjoy my life having energy without knowing how to remain still and breathing.
Yeah.
Connecting with my breath, connecting with myself, my spirit. So I named it Oksejen because I knew that's where we needed to begin.
Yeah. And there's a K and a J and maybe a spelling that.
So the Jen, Oksejen.
Is that because of Jen?
Correct.
Okay.
I named it after my wife, so to speak, in a way, or I tied it in. My wife is eternal, and the remainder, this life and lifetimes to come. I was immediately sold with the name.
Yeah.
Because I knew that she brought me life.
Yeah. What is your philosophy on nutrition? Is it plant-based nutrition? Does it involve intermittent fasting? How do you look at nutrition and create a plan?
I'm not plant-based. I'm not a vegan. I'm not. We have evolutionized to eat a little bit of everything. Brings me back to my train of thought, my grandma saying, Danny, we need colors on your plate.
Yeah.
We need a little bit of everything on your plate.
Plate.
Literally, like it brings me back to my childhood. And now I'm literally having a little bit of everything. It's called balance.
Yeah.
One way does not fit all.
Right.
So to answer your previous original question, how does my nutrition counseling go? It depends on the human being. Where you're from, how did you evolutionize to be and become right now today? What is your previous history of food? Where do you come from? I'm Colombian, Ecuadorian, and Chinese. So I had to go back to my roots. How did my father eat? How did my mother eat? I had to do my own research. And the same thing I have my clients do. I guide them through an experience.
Okay.
And through experience, trial and error, you will find the ultimate manual that will last you and help you the remainder of your life. I have a sound healing during all sessions. When we train, sometimes I don't put music when we train. You want me to train you? Okay. So we'll train in silence today. Breath, stillness, mindfulness is the key. I need to make sure that my clients, before they leave replenished, re-energized, refocused, aligned.
Do you have clients that are really looking to just boost their physical appearance? They maybe want a six-pack and want bigger biceps?
Yeah, if you just want to train, I got it. I have certain clients that are like, Danny, I'm not ready to sit here and meditate with you, man, but can you just help me look good? Because I feel like that's just going to help me.
You probably don't want to talk about pricing.
No, I can tell you my pricing because my pricing will be on the website regardless. But to start off with a one-on-one training is $800 minimum for the month.
Okay.
That's one-on-one health coaching period.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So for example, that would be considered a Shungai member. I can show you what a Shungai is. This is a Shungai.
I like that it's themed around
There you go.
crystals. And
So this is my Shungai.
it really traps in the cold.
Yeah, so what that does,
Cold,
what that does exactly is it reduces electromagnetic frequencies, radiation coming in from all of the electricity and industrial revolution going on.
Okay.
So my unit is the safest unit in probably the entire building.
So this essentially equates to the basic membership plan. Like the
So
starting
Shungai member, for example, I do give my members a crystal, each and every single one of them as like a little welcome, pertaining to their astrology aspect of things. So if you're a Cancer, I'll probably give you a selenite to help you with your depression, anxiety, and psychic ability.
What would you give a Capricorn? I'm a Capricorn.
So a Capricorn does well with smoking quartz. I give smoking quartz to my Capricorns to help them ground in. That Shungai member, for example, sees me 4 times a month in person.
Okay.
Has their full training guide, has meditations in their yin yoga practices or whatever yoga flow they like in their practice in their training program. All my clients have Oksejen music playlists. We have monthly events, which are private, of course. I don't really post these things, but like the last one I had was a social gathering. If you want to just have a drop-in session or some sort, then that's $150 per the session for a walk-in. I come across a lot of individuals that cannot afford a health coach, a private health coach, that cannot help someone mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So I'm in the process of creating a service that is very affordable. It might not be one-on-one, sorry. But you have community events, so you are a part of something beautiful that's becoming known.
Yeah.
You do have me, regardless, 2 or 3 times a week in person. You just share your time with other individuals who are after the same goals and things as you are.
That's amazing.
Which I'm very excited about that, because it's about community, it's about helping, it's about giving back.
Thank you so much for answering all of my questions, for tapping into Oksejen, for sharing it, for sharing answers to questions I didn't know I had.
Thanks, Todd.